Okay. So in previous classes, we learned about the states of matter chapter in first year intermediate syllabus. So now we have to learn, we have to know about the our next chapter in first year chemistry, that is the stoichiometry. What is that, students? Stoichiometry. So simple meaning. The simple meaning about the stoichiometry means, so the balanced chemical equations. What is that? Balanced chemical equations easily called as a stoichiometric equations. So this is the simple meaning about the stoichiometry. Before we entering into the chapter, we have to learn some laws. For example, here the one law is the law of definite proportion. What is that, students? Law of definite proportion. So how it can be defined? Law of definite proportion means a compound always contains exactly the same proportion of the elements by weight. What is that, students? What is that? A compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. For example, here the compound is water. What is that, student? Compound is water, H2O. Here, what is the says definite proportion means a compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. So in water, hydrogen weight is 2 and oxygen weight is 16. So that means in this compound always the elements is present in exact weight. So always 2 atomic mass of the hydrogen, 16 atomic mass of the oxygen is combined to form the water compound. So this is the meaning about the definite proportion. Next, law of conservation of mass. Nothing but it is like a law of conservation of energy. So law of conservation of mass means the mass, nothing but matter, cannot be created or destroyed. Simply that is called as a law of conservation of mass. What is that, student? Law of conservation of mass means matter can neither be created or destroyed, but it converts one form to the another form. Simply that is called as a law of conservation mass. Next, another law is the law of multiple proportions. Law of multiple proportion. How it can be defined? So if two elements combine to form two or more than two compounds, what is that? If two elements combine to form two or more than two compounds, the masses of one of the element that combined with a fixed mass of the other element are in the ratio of small whole numbers. Simply this is the meaning about the law of multiple proportions. So this is the law of definite proportions, law of conservation mass, law of multiple proportions. So in this chapter, next we have to learn oxidation number concept. What is that, students? Oxidation number. So simple meaning, oxidation number means it is nothing but a oxidation state of a element in any compound. Simply that is called as a oxidation number. So here this another meaning is also present. For example, the total charge is present on the element or ion or atom. Simply that is called as a oxidation number. Okay, students. So this is the meaning about the oxidation number. So here oxidation number is not present constant for any element. That means it will be changes. the oxidation number will be changes of a atom in different compounds. For example, carbon and oxygen. So this is the carbon monoxide. So here in this carbon monoxide, here we have to know the oxidation number of the carbon, and similarly we have to know the oxidation number of the oxygen atom. So how we can know? How we can know the oxidation number? So for example, few elements oxidation number is not constant in always. It will be changes. For example, nitrogen gas will be present. For example, ammonia gas will be present. So in the nitrogen gas, nitrogen oxidation number is 0. So in ammonia gas, oxidation number of nitrogen gas is -3. Means same element. In nitrogen gas, element is the nitrogen. Similarly in ammonia gas, the element is the nitrogen. Element will be same but different in compound. So here the oxidation number is also different. That means oxidation number will be changes from 0 to -3. That means few elements do not contain the constant oxidation number. When their oxidation number is changes by changing the compound. So here we have to know how we can find out the oxidation number of any element in simple way. So before going there, we have to know some fundamentals for the oxidation number. So in, for example, in periodic table, few elements will having the constant oxidation number. Few elements will be having the constant oxidation number in all conditions. So for example, we have to know the few fundamental points before going to how we can find out the oxidation number or oxidation state of the element in different compounds. For example, if any atom, if any element is present in uncombined state. So what is that? Atom in uncombined state. Uncombined state or uncombined position, nothing but atom is in free state. Atom is in free state, their oxidation number always 0. Their oxidation number is always 0. That means, for example, hydrogen gas. So the hydrogen atom do not combine any other atom. Okay, student, clear? Hydrogen do not combine any other element. So here hydrogen is present in uncombined state, means free state. It do not react with any other element. So here the oxidation number, oxidation state of hydrogen element is 0. Okay, student, this is the concept. For example, oxygen gas. Here also oxygen do not combine with any other atom. It is present in uncombined state or it is present in free state. So its oxidation number is 0. So oxidation number of hydrogen in H2 gas 0. Oxidation number of oxygen atom in O2 gas 0. Similarly, oxidation number of nitrogen gas in nitrogen atom in nitrogen gas is 0. Why? Because when we observe this nitrogen gas, it is in free state. Free state means it do not react with any other atom or element. So that is the uncombined state. So if any atom is present in uncombined state, their oxidation number is always 0. Let us give some examples. Chlorine gas, fluorine gas, bromine gas, iodine gas. Okay, students. For example, P4, for example, SaI2. So these are the, when any atom is present in uncombined or free state, their oxidation number is always 0 oxidation number. Okay, so this is the one important point we have remember when we find out the oxidation state of the elements. So another important one, that is the all first A group elements. All first A group elements. All first A group elements. What are the first A group elements? That are the alkali metals. Alkali metals. What is the alkali metals? Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. So francium is the radioactive element. So except this lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So all first A group elements, alkali metals, outermost electronic configuration is NS1. Means in its outermost shell, how many electrons are present? Only one electron will be present. Okay student, you should remember all first A group, nothing but alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, outermost shell electronic configuration is NS1. Means in outermost shell, how many electrons are present? Only one. By losing that one electron, all first A group elements always shows +1 oxidation state. Okay student, this is the key point. So when all first A group elements are present, nothing but alkali metals are present, always its oxidation number is constant. How much? +1. How we can remember this +1? Means simple. We have to learn in the classification of elements, in the periodic table, in 10th class SSC, and also in our second chapter, classification of elements, the outermost shell electronic configuration of first A group element is NS1. Means in its outermost shell only one electron will be present. So due to that one, always these will be shows the +1 oxidation number. +1 oxidation number. Okay, so this is the key part. We have to remember that. Similarly, second A group elements. Second A group element. What are that? Alkali earth metals. What is that, students? Alkali earth metals. What is that? Example: beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Last element, radium, is the radioactive element. So what are the examples for alkali earth metals? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. So these second A alkali earth metals, outermost shell electronic configuration is NS2. NS2. That means outermost shell, how many electrons are present? Only 2 electrons are present. So due to that, let us say, what is the its constant oxidation number? 2. So +2. So always the alkali earth metals, always the alkali earth metal will be present. Its oxidation number is +2. So this is the we have to remember when in any compound. For example, sodium oxide will be present. Sodium oxide. So we have to know the sodium. This is the example for the alkali metal, means first A group. So its oxidation number, simply we can say that is the +1, because it is belongs to the first A group alkali metal. For example, if we take the another example, that is the magnesium oxide. Okay student, magnesium oxide. What is the oxidation number of magnesium element in the magnesium oxide? Means +2. How we can say? Means simple, magnesium is belongs to the second A group in the periodic table, that is the alkali earth metal. Already we have to know alkali earth metal always shows the +2 oxidation number. So this is the first A group elements constant, always they will be shows the +1 oxidation number. Second A group elements beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium, always they will be shows the +2 oxidation number. So here we have to remember the some more points, that is the, for example, what about the hydrogen atom? So here the hydrogen in the modern periodic table, the place of hydrogen is combined with the first A group elements. All first A group elements are the metals, but hydrogen atom is the non-metal. Okay student, hydrogen atom is the non-metal. So hydrogen atom will shows the +1 oxidation number. In special conditions, it will be shows the -1 oxidation number also. Okay students, hydrogen will shows the +1 oxidation number and also will shows the -1 oxidation number. You should remember this one. In which conditions it will be shows the -1 means very rare conditions. Very rare conditions. What are the rare condition means? When hydrogen atom combined with first A or second A group of elements. What is that students? When hydrogen atom combined with first A group or second A group of elements, on the compounds only hydrogen will be shows the -1 oxidation number. Means example, sodium hydride. Another example, magnesium hydride. Another example, water molecule. For example, let us see in water molecule, hydrogen is combined oxygen. So oxygen do not belongs to the first A group and it do not belongs to the second A group element also. So oxygen is the 6th A group element. So it did not first A, second A. So hydrogen oxidation number is the constant, that is the +1. Okay student, clear? For example, when you observe in this compound, hydrogen is combined with the first A group alkali metal sodium. So when it is combined with the first A, second A group of element, its oxidation number is -1. So in this condition, hydrogen oxidation number is -1. Okay students. So let us see in this compound, hydrogen is combined, second A group element magnesium. So when it is combined first A, second A, its oxidation number how much? -1. Remaining all conditions, its oxidation number is +1. So this is the key point we should remember here. So this is the hydrogen element special conditions. Next, oxygen element. So oxygen element will shows the 3 types of the oxidation numbers. That is the -2, -1, -1/2. So oxygen atom will show the 3 types of the oxidation numbers, that is the -2, -1, -1/2. -2 is normal covalent compounds. In normal covalent compounds, always oxygen will shows the -2 oxidation number. Normal covalent compound means sodium oxide, water, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, sulfuric acid. So in all these conditions, these all are the normal compound, that is oxygen is involved in the covalent bond. So that's why it is called as a covalent compounds. So in this covalent compounds, oxygen oxidation number is -2. So in rare conditions means when oxygen is involved in the peroxide bond. Oxygen is involved in the peroxide bond, then only they will show the -1 oxidation number. Peroxide bond means well known example, H2O2, that is the hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide. So on that hydrogen peroxide, oxygen is involving in the peroxide bond. So when oxygen is involved in the peroxide bond, its oxidation number is -1 oxidation number. So another condition is the -1/2. So when oxygen is involved in the superoxide bond, then it will be shows the -1/2 oxidation number. So in our subject, nearly 90% of the compounds are the normal covalent compounds like this. So in these compounds, oxygen oxidation number is the constant, that is the -2 oxidation number. Only in few compounds it is involved in the peroxide bond. On that condition, it will be shows the -1. Only in few compounds it will be formed the superoxide bond. So on that condition, it will be shows the -1/2 oxidation number. So another remembering key point is halogen atoms. In periodic table, halogens nothing but 17th group or 7th A group. 17th or 7th A, that are the halogens. What are that? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So these elements common oxidation number is -1. What is that, students? Common oxidation number. Common oxidation number is -1 for 17th group or 7th A or halogens. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Common oxidation number is -1. You should remember these key points, then only we should easily find out the oxidation number of any element in any compound. What are the key points? First one is, when any atom is present in uncombined state, nothing but in free state, its oxidation number is 0. So when alkali metals are present, first A group elements, that is lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, its oxidation number is always +1. So when second A group alkali earth metals are present, its oxidation number is always +2. So hydrogen always +1. When it is combined first A, second A group metals, its oxidation number is -1. Remaining all conditions, its oxidation number is +1. And oxygen, most of the compounds -2, only in peroxide compounds -1, in superoxides -1/2. So halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine will be present, its a common oxidation number is -1. So here we should remember these key points, then how we can find out the oxidation state of the element in any compound.